Well, this is a landscape job that we just completed, and it turned out really, really well. We will have some before pictures on the post that you'll be able to see. But we put in those junipers, we put in the emerald greens on the end, we put in the crepe myrtle. That crepe myrtle tree was huge, but it was so beautiful. And then we put in the mops, the golden mops, and some laurel petalums here, and then we've got some hosta here. But look at the canes on this crepe myrtle. That we This tree has some age on it, and it's beautiful. So we were able to install that today. And then we have some more emerald greens. We have the kaleidoscopes, and we have a beautiful hydrangea that's sitting over there. That's so pretty. And then those shrubs right here on both sides of the porch is what the customer already had, but we just skint them up so that they would look like that. So, just kind of like a little specialty shrub. Then we put some liripy at the base of it. We installed some junipers over there. And then we did the same thing around here. We got the junipers, the laurel petalums, and we have the hydrangea. So this crepe myrtle here was an existing crepe myrtle. It was already there. So we didn't have to do a whole lot there. So then we left the customers hostas. They were fine there. And then we transplanted some laurels around here on the side of the house from another part. And that turned out pretty good there. Then we put some more laurels in here for the customer. We transplanted from another part of the house. And then here are the emerald greens. And we put a few emerald greens. Well, I think we put 2 emerald greens in here because 2 of them had died. So we put those in. And then what we did, we took this bed and we put some grasses. We used the Hamlin grasses in here. And so then the customer was wanting to do something with a bed that was out in the center of the yard. So we just mulched around the tree and we put some catmint in here because the customer said they have such a problem with deer. So we just put some catmint in there so that something would stay there and look really nice and pretty. So here it is. So then we come on around, and in this bed we put some heuchera. We put some heuchera, and it just turned out really, really pretty. And I really like how that turned out. The guys did well putting that together there. And then in this bed, of course, the big elephant ear, it was already there. It was an existing plant that was there. But the other plants we put in, the junipers back there, we put in some candy corn spirea, and we placed them where according to the size that they'll get. So some of the larger things is kind of toward the back, and then some of the things that don't get as large are going to be toward the front. So we have the kaleidoscope here. We have some dwarf laurel petalums. We've got some heuchera in there. This is the jazz hands. It's really pretty. It's a variegated laurel petalum is what it is. Then there's a crepe myrtle bush. There is the dwarf laurel petalum, and we have the candy corn spirea, and we have the golden mops, and there we have another spirea. Now back here on the corner, what we did was we just basically trimmed those hollies, trimmed those real nice, and just cleaned that bed out. Just cut down the hostas. We kind of cut the hostas down, and they'll come back so they, like they normally do, will. So we did that, and then that was it. And I think we are at the back of the house, and there is Ira. Hi, Ira.
Hey.
Hey. And so here we are here. And so there we are. All right.